Left of the box. Many doctors. Neoliberal globalization spread corruption planet-wide. It's destroyed democratic institutions. This lack of accountability is a component in support of the New York City shooter. Yeah. Seen a lot of videos about that assassination down in the States, and I have a lot of not feelings about it. I guess you could say. As in, I have no feelings towards the person who was targeted. That said, I don't think it should happen. Of course not. But I understand the reaction to it because somebody who's responsible for millions suffering and thousands dying, getting taken out, I can understand why people are celebrating that. But there's a lot of issues with vigilante type justice. And part of it is there's no proof of guilt. There's no court type thing. So how long before people are just arbitrarily saying, I think this person is responsible for blank before they decide to make them a target? How many innocent people would be targeted? Also, when it comes to this type of vigilante justice, quite often it's the people on the left who get targeted far more than people on the right. And then it can get out of control and there could be misidentification. So you target somebody that is completely the wrong person and it just leads to chaos and stuff. But at the same time, I understand why it's happened. It's like if you look at something on a much bigger scale, much more drastic scale, it's the same like when Hamas attacked Israel. Okay, we can all agree that was wrong. What happened was brutal and it shouldn't have happened. But if you know the history, you understand why it did. And, I'm not celebrating the death of anyone. I'm not celebrating the death of anyone in Israel. I'm not celebrating this guy's death, although I don't care about him at all. I don't care. I have no feelings about him, his family, whatever, because he is a stranger to me. He wasn't a good person. And so I have zero feelings for the loss of him, and I do find it frustrating that so much attention is just given to this one wealthy individual when there are so many people being murdered every day by the police that gets no attention whatsoever. So I have no sympathy for him or his family, which is dark, but a lot of the people that are saying that we should be crying tears of pain over the loss of this person are the same people that have no sympathy for the Palestinians in Gaza, that are celebrating their deaths, where you see them celebrating their deaths. All these same people that were glad when a couple protesters who were blocking a street got shot by somebody who was in their car, who just got out and was frustrated that the road was shut down and shot them. Like so many other people get no sympathy. People die every day and I have no sympathy for them because I don't know them. But it's just, we also can't, my worry is that in this moment where it's like, it feels like there's finally some justice, that it gets out of control. And then people feel like this is the only way they can get justice. And the more of this starts happening. And like I said, that leads to innocent people being targeted or people being targeted for wrong reasons or misidentifications and all that sort of stuff, or innocent bystanders. Because in the video of the assassination of the CEO, there was somebody right next to him on the sidewalk. Somebody who was walking past, that person wasn't with the CEO. They were just on the sidewalk at the same time. And fortunately, the shooter decided not to also target that person as a witness. But what happens when somebody does target someone and there is a witness nearby and they don't want that witness? Again, an innocent person will be targeted. So it is, I understand completely though why people are celebrating it, the frustration, the anger, and the lack of justice that they've been feeling over all this time. And, I can imagine Like, I can only empathize so much. I can imagine how much more it is for Americans, because we don't yet here in Canada have the same situation around healthcare. So, as much as I can empathize, I can only imagine that it's even greater for the Americans who have suffered at the hands of these greedy health insurance companies.